everyone, what a beautiful morning it is here at Maitland. It's not even very foggy this morning, so we may get a chance to do some flying early. So a little explainer. Most of you who've been following the channel will know that I've decided to progress with my RPL rather than my PPL at this point in time. I had already done the RPL theory test. I've completed now almost all of the practical except for the flight test. I completed all the navigation exercises. I just have 0.2 hours of instrument time to do, which we're trying to do today. But the instructor contacted me last night and said, oh, I forgot, you've got to do a nav theory test to get the nav endorsement on my RPL. So here in Australia, a recreational pilot's license just permits you to fly within 25 nautical miles of the airport from which you take off. I have done enough to get 2 further endorsements on that license once I get the license. And those endorsements are the cross-country or navigation, if you like, so I can fly further than 25 nautical miles, and also the controlled airspace endorsement, which was the reason we did our little flight through the Williamtown area yesterday. So we've also done a few other controlled airspace flights, so all that will be able to be ticked off. What's missing is a 0.2 instrument time, and now the instructor tells me also I have to do a nav theory test, so we're trying to line that up before I go off and into the deserts. So we're here this morning to get Tango Kilo Yankee out of the hangar and go and do that instrument time. Well, everybody, there's been a pretty exciting development. I'll tell you about it en route. We're getting ready to go here, so just going through the last of my checks. Transponder is on standby, radios are checked and set. Traffic, we've just seen the traffic take off. All of the traffic is another 152 parked there. 12265, we're good. Park brake is off, brakes are steering. We're going to keep the park brake on at this stage because we're going to do our run-ups here. Steering check, okay. Aircraft into wind, slipstream clear. Park brake set. Flight instruments check. Alright, 33 and north. So between 33 and north, we're about there somewhere.
Maitland traffic, Charlie Yankee India from 600 lining up runway 05 for departure.
Fuel selector. We're going to change over fuel selector right now just to make sure that we're going to be good with that. Mixture is set. Engine gauges are normal. Static source is normal. Ammeter is good. Radios are checked. Trim is set. Flight controls, we're going to check.
Traffic says Oxbat 7167 is joining a midfield crosswind at runway 35.
Doors are closed and latched. Overhead latch is engaged. Seat belts are secure. Seat backs are erect. Harnesses are fastened. Empty seat is snug. Ground check. Throttle to 1800 RPM. Car beat check. Good. Mags check. Bit hard to get it with my nav stuff all here. Good. 100. Vacuum is good. Oil temp is good. Oil pressure is good. Fuel pressure is good. Amps are good. Throttle back. We got an idle. We got 1000 RPM.
Maitland traffic, Romeo November, Oscar turning base runway 23, Maitland.
Okay, so we got someone on base. We're going to go lights. Camera. flaps are as required.
Maitland traffic, Charlie Yankee, India, Bromley 600, departing circuit area.
Just double check these instruments again. Okay, four, very good. Risers right way up. Clocks, let's get our clocks set. So we're about 15 minutes late departing. That's to be expected when I'm a little bit out of practice. Well, not out of practice. I had to do some, I wasn't out of practice. What I meant to say was I was not prepared in that we made a change of plans. So that change of plans put me around this situation here. So just going to wait for this other aircraft. Park brake on, check our fuel gauges are good. We're almost ready to go. This is pretty exciting. There he is, I can see him on final. So what's happening here today was I went in to see my instructor and I said, look, I still need 0.2 instrument time. And he said, look, we can get that on the day of your test. So don't worry about that. What I think you should do is do another solo NavX. And I have been wanting forever to fly to my gliding club. And I had hoped to have my license by this coming weekend so that I could do that. So I said to him, how about we make the NavX to Lake Keep It, and I need 2 landings for this NavX, 2 away landings. So I said, I'll go Gunnedah, fuel up, Lake Keep It home. And he said, great, I'll approve that. So, fabulous, I'm getting to fly to my gliding club. Now for you guys, it's a little unfortunate because I came to the airfield expecting to do 0.2 instrument time, so it didn't bring my complete flight bag. So I had to get a few things off the club just to make sure I'm legal. But I don't have my cameras. I just have this phone. So that's alright, we're going to go and do this. So here's Romeo November Oscar taking off in front of us. So we're going to taxi out. Traffic Maitland, Tomahawk Tango Kilo Yankee, entering backtracking runway 23 for upwind departure to Scone and then Lake Keep It.
Tango Kilo Yankee, Romeo November Charlie, do you mind if we backtrack with you?
Say again?
Do you mind if we backtrack with you?
No, not at all. Come with me.
Thanks.
Maitland traffic, Cessna 152, Romeo November Charlie, backtracking runway 23, Maitland.
So we're going to be followed by another aircraft. You might have just heard that on the radio. Clear left, clear right, clear ahead. Alright, so we've got our transponder set, we've got our lights on, we've got our fuel pump on, we've got our flaps away. We're just got to do our trimmer mixture and a few other things. So we'll do them on the way down. Trim is good. Mixture I'm not going to touch just yet. Okay, brief. If we have any problems on the ground, we will stop and pull off, shut off. If we got room ahead, we'll land ahead with a full flap landing. If not, we'll be looking for a paddock off to the left slightly. That's where they're most clear. Otherwise, we'll be on our way with upwind departure. Righto, so now what we're going to do, we're going to turn around here and we should be facing another aeroplane. He should pull off for us to be able to go. We're going to go around like this, check behind us as we go, a little more throttle, get up the hill. There he is, right behind us. Righto, mixture to full rich, trim, mixture, fuel, instruments, switches, hatches and harnesses, and away we go. Traffic Maitland, Tomahawk Tango Kilo Yankee rolling this time runway 23 for upwind departure. Maitland. Power is good. Airspeed's alive. Come off the ground, baby. Tap of the brakes. Watch out, birdies.
Maitland traffic, Romeo, November, Oscar, turning base, runway 23, Maitland.
Trim. Alright, let's look ahead. There's our options.
Romeo November Oscar, Romeo November Charlie, we're just holding on the runway 23 threshold for you guys.
Okay, power's good. Undercarriage is fixed, flaps are away. Switches, fuel pump off, check fuel pressure, landing lights off. Anti-collision lights off. Actually, I might just keep them on today. We're climbing well and the T's and P's look good. Okay, well, we're headed for Singleton. Unfortunately, I've got to get an external GPS for this iPad. I've been using an Android tablet and I didn't realise the iPad doesn't actually have a built-in GPS, which is rather concerning. I bought the wrong bottle apparently. Anyway, we'll see how we go here with it. Alright, so we got away at 50. 51 I'm going to record it as.
Jabiru 5134, center. Jabiru 5134. Jabiru 5134, did you copy the taxi and queue link at Port Macquarie? I've just been speaking to him. 5134, thank you. Break Alpha India 9 over Brisbane Centre. Big Mike Victor departure. That's correct, traffic, 2 Mike Victor is in the process of dropping 3 canopies over the field from flat levels, that's correct. 5,500 now. Sorry, station calling out. Step on you there with the change of level. Break Victor, Mike Victor, just stand by 1 on the departure. Other station calling, say again. Jabiru 5134 is out of 3,800, climbing 5,500. Jabiru 5134, copied. There's no additional traffic for 5,500. Victor, Mike Victor, then go ahead. Victor, Mike Victor, 3 miles northwest of Cessnock, passing 2,300 on climb 4,000. And Alton time 10, Victor, Mike Victor. Victor, Mike Victor identified, area QNH 1028, and you visual on a calculated low so? 1028 and visual, Victor, Mike Victor. Victor, Mike Victor.
busy on centre
Yeah,
today.
I put the Muscle Brook helicopter pad as one of our waypoints, just the easiest place that we're going to do some air work at. We obviously won't be landing there. Victor Mike Victor.
Victor Mike Victor, roger.
Very busy on centre today. We're looking out here towards Warkworth, and we've got the big coal mines out there. Lots of coal mines in this area. Township of Singleton just ahead of us. My house is over here somewhere. We might spot it on the way back. And power station directly ahead of us there is pretty much on our route towards Scone. We're a little bit left of our next leg of track, so if we kept pointing this way, we'd go left of that leg is what I meant. But we'll come back on to that leg very shortly, and we're heading towards Scone. We're at just a tad over 4,500 feet. And it's pretty cool. It's about 16, 17 degrees at the moment. Might have to turn the heat on yet. I'm going to turn the camera off for a little while and come back to you. Great big coal mines here in this area. Lots and lots of them. That ahead of us there is Lake Lydell. We're just going to cross over the sort of northwestern edge of it, if you like, on our way to Scone. And I can't really see properly out of this side at the moment. I'll do it on the way back home, but my house is over there somewhere.
Yeah, apologies for that last bit, that was my fault. We'll be a 10 mile radius and ops normal, call 0100. And we've got that other aircraft inside, though we're well committed then. Victor Mike Victor.
Victor Mike Victor, thanks very much. Copied ops normal time 0100, and you've got Tango Kilo Yankee in sight at 1 mile in your 11 o'clock, thanks.
Yeah, it looks a bit further than 1 mile, and they look higher, and we are now climbing to 4,500, and we've got some visual. Victor Mike Victor.
Victor Mike Victor, copied all, thank you.
Person 0, Kilo 3 Delta, passing 9,700, climbing spiral 210.
Killing 3 Delta, Brisbane, Center, g'day, identified.
Centre and Tango Kilo Yankee just off to your right hand side, and now making a right hand turn for air work. Have a good day, Victor Mike Victor.
Victor Mike Victor, Tango Kilo Yankee, thank you. Got you there inside. Have a good day also.
Victor Mike Victor, Center, copy, thanks.
So that part Navia went quite close to us, but we both had each other in sight. Must be doing some kind of survey work, I would suggest. So now that I'm here, I'm going to track a little more directly to Scone, because I should be out of his way now. I just wanted to go over Muswellbrook, because he said he was operating east of Muswellbrook. So that made me feel a lot better, that I was not east of Muswellbrook. We're going along nicely, about 102 knots ground speed. This GPS is next to useless, but anyway. This one on the panel is doing just fine. Singleton, we need to be 127.1 shortly. So we're just going to track towards Scone. So the township of Aberdeen is just before us, just before Scone, and I'm tracking directly for that right now.
Killing 3 Delta, contact center 123.4, expect south clearance, g'day.
1, 2, 3, 4, good afternoon, good morning, I should say, Killing 3 Delta.
That's Lake St Clair, you can see off there. As we come around this way off our nose, a little township of Aberdeen, you probably can't see it. Liverpool Ranges in the distance. Down here we have the township of Muswellbrook, or town of Muswellbrook. I've done some drone work there, cemetery mapping. Alright. So we're going over the Liverpool Ranges right now. I've climbed up a bit higher because it was pretty rough. And now we're up in a really smooth air. We're actually above some of those little clouds. So it's feeling a lot better. I'm going to just descend back down to 4,000 now, 4,500. So tracking for Corindi. Okay, we need to do a frequency change to 127.1.
Echo Kilo Bravo, contact centre on 123.4, good day.
Contact center 123.4, Kilo Bravo.
Temperature outside is 8 degrees. Okay, so Corindi is another fuel change we're going to do. We're supposed to be there at 51. It'll be a little bit slower than that because we did that big climb. I'm trying to do this descent as a cruise, keeping our 100 knots up, so we should just be a little bit behind time. Just got to be aware of that fuel change time, which will be 5-1, about 3 minutes time. And when's it saying we're going to get to Corindi? Message is there, set course is 322, yep, we're on that course. 18 nautical miles, that is about 10 minutes. So we'll get there on the hour roughly. About when that other guy's landing. So we're going to familiarise ourselves with Gunnedah for a second. So I'll check the AWIS in a second. I'll also check for fuel. Okay, well I can't get the AWIS on that phone number, that's interesting. So we'll overfly the field and we'll see what the wind looks like. This is a very familiar area to me now because this is where we do our soaring, and you can probably see in the background the great big paddocks. Great area to be soaring. And now fuel change up, I better do that. That lake off there in the distance is Lake Gorin. If you want to go and check out, I think on the Wallaby, I think I did some photographs of that lake. And ahead of us is Breather. To our right is Tamworth. And we're headed at this point to Gunnedah, and I've tried to order some fuel. We'll see how we go with that. If not, we'll get some and keep it. So flying over the Liverpool Plains on our way to a nav point called Breezer, one that I've used quite a bit in my gliding. Hoping there won't be any gliders around today, but you just never know. Alright, let's get our clear-offs out of the way. Compass 320. 320. Log we've done. Engine looking good. Altitude just a tad high. We're trying to bring that back. Radio, we're good for radio for the moment. Just double check my frequency. 127.1, 127.1, 127.1. Now that looks good. Gunnedah will be 127.4. We'll change over to that a little bit later. I'm just going to descend a little here. So that's radio. Orientation, we know exactly where we are. And fuel management is good. We're on a correct tank at the moment. Fuel pressure is as you expect in a Tomahawk. Forced landing, well, we could go back to Corindi. We could probably just still reach it, or we'll plenty of paddocks in between here and there. There are also a fair few ag strips. They're actually not marked on here. And if I had my glide computer with me, well, then I'd be able to find them easily. But there's quite a few around here. Alright, so let's pull up Gunnedah and see what we've got here. We've got Utah, 130 degrees at 5 knots. So there is some wind there. So 130. Coming from the southeast. Let's just have a look on our chart what that means. Coming from that direction. So we'll be landing 1-1 I would suggest, which would be on left circuit. I'm just going to note expect 1-1 runway at Gunnedah.
Whiskey Sierra Foxtrot, contact centre on 123.4, good day.
123.4, good day, Whiskey Sierra Foxtrot.
Now let's see where 10 nautical miles is. If I can just shut that down. Yeah. 10 nautical miles. Around about opposite Lewis would do, I think. That's about 20 kilometres. A breeze, we don't have a fuel change there, but we should probably do one at, yeah, right at Gunnedah, basically. Let's double check our comms against current data. Times 4. NDB pending decommission, east runway, east approach. Physical characteristics, AMD to AMD. Back. Comms. AWIS. I'll try that AWIS again. In a minute, I guess. 27 decimal.
Kelly 21 Delta, contact centre on 130.1, expect star clearance, good day.
127.4 is the frequency we want. Right, I'm just going to turn the camera off and check the AWIS again. Okay, so that's the right AWIS number. The wind is 040. Right, so coming from the northeast at 5 knots. And we'll have a crosswind. But I think we'll still go with runway 11, and that's showing as active on my information here. Right, we can start a descent, I reckon. With 14 nautical miles, so I'm going to start a descent. Now, Gunnedah's elevation is going to be about 1,000 feet. I normally write that on my plan and I didn't do it, so let me do that. We're about 10 miles away, elevation 860, so I was right. And change frequencies. Traffic Gunnedah, Tomahawk Tango Kilo Yankee, 10 miles to the southeast. 3,000 feet on descent for a downwind for runway 11. Correction, a crosswind for 11. Gunnedah.
Gunnedah Aerodrome.
So we're going to say 800 feet wind, which means 1800 for our circuit height. So let's get ourselves down close to that. Want to be about 500 feet at least above that. So, you know, 2400 was close enough for us. 2300, 2400. Either way, let's go back to our en route chart. Not that that's helping us any because it doesn't work. So I can see the township of Gunnedah ahead of me. I used to live there and I'd like to move back there actually at some point. Now in this part of the world, you've got to have your eyes peeled for gliders. Bit early for them just yet, but they'll be launching pretty soon if they're going to today. It's a weekday, so that makes it less likely, but not impossible. Certainly probable that they're operating. It's a 7-day-a-week operation. Alright, let's get that carb heat off. Let's get the mixture up. Start to slow down a little bit here. Let's slow her all down here. Right, mixture's good. So, what else do we need to do here? Hold altitude, get our speed back a little tiny bit more. See if we can spot the runway. I can, there it is. It's going to be a left circuit. I'll try not to fly over the town, I imagine that's why the circuits are right hand for the other runway. I'm going to get my checks out of the way now. A little bit bumpy today. Get this thing off my leg because it's annoying. So we need, first of all, to slow us down a little bit. 2100 will do. Okay, brakes are good, undercarriage is fixed. Mixture is full rich. Fuel, we're doing okay with the fuel. We will actually transfer to the other tank. Let's do that. Actually, we'll do that on downwind. Fuel instruments, engine instruments look good. Switches, we need our fuel pump, we need our landing lights, and we need our anti-collision lights. Our hatches and harnesses are secure. Get a little bit more descent. Traffic Gunnedah, Tomahawk Tango Kilo Yankee, 3 miles to the south east. We are going to overfly the field, midfield crosswind for runway 11, Gunnedah. Alright, can't see any traffic. Going to just double check the windsock as we go over. It'll slow us down a bit more as well. On 1,800 feet. Presently 2,400. Alright, so I'm going to track a little bit out this way. Check it for traffic. Check it for a windsock. Pretty dead. Much wind at all by the look of it. 80 knots, just a tad faster would be nice. About 78. A little bit thermally today. A little bit bumpy around the Gunnedah region it is. Always is a little bit. That's why we like it for gliding so much. Brakes, undercarriage, mixture, fuel, instruments, switches, hatches and harnesses. It'll close. I'll just get myself a little bit wider. A little low as well. Alright, get the speed down. First stage of flap. A little low. Alright, there we go. Bring this out this way because we're a little bit high now. Get this trimmed back a bit. Traffic Gunnedah, Tomahawk Tango Kilo Yankee, late base runway 11. Gunnedah. And we're miles high, so we're going to get the flaps out. Watch our speed here. Right, come alive, come alive, come alive, come alive. Let's get this sorted, eh? 75 knots. Slow down a little bit. A little high there. Get lined up. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Watch, way ahead, way ahead, way ahead, way ahead, way ahead, way ahead, way ahead. Yeah, we sorted it out in the end, didn't we? Wasn't my best landing, but it was okay. Didn't really get stabilised. I should have given myself a longer final. So note to self, make sure I do that. But we're here on the ground. And we'll see if we can get some fuel. Not sure where the fuel is. But I'm going to switch over to the other tank right now. And make a note of the time. 3:0 we touched down. 11:30. Traffic Gunnedah, Tango Kilo Yankee, clear all runways. Gunnedah. Alright, I think we got the right pump. We need to have gas. Oop, what did I do there? Okay, off.
Tango Kilo Yankee Kiva Base. G'day. Wind on the ground's light variable. There are no current gliding operations in progress at the moment. There's one glider, however, on the 3-2 threshold at this time.
Tango Kilo Yankee, copy that. I'll be doing a straight in runway 4, about a 3-mile final right now. Tango Kilo Yankee.
No worries, and the runway is clear.
Tango Kilo Yankee. Alright, so we're going to be a little bit high. We want to get down. Let's go. Speed is good. We need our carb heat on. We need our flaps first stage. We need control our descent nicely here. Undershooting a bit, so let's put the power on. Don't need our second stage of flap just yet, but pretty soon we will. There's a bit of lift. So now we're going to safely make the field. Second stage of flap can come out. We can slow down a bit. We can trim back a bit as well. There's 75. Looking pretty good. Just got to get on the center line. A bit more throttle will help. Is a little bit fast. We're just going to pull it back a bit more yet. Alright, this is going to be a hard runway to land on because it's rising terrain. It wasn't too bad. It's actually better than the previous landing. A little bit rough here because it's not tarmac. Let me get the brakes on. Slow down a little bit here. So that was a fun little trip, and here's my airplane parked where normally my glider might be parked. It was a great thing to do, to be able to fly to my gliding club, and I'm looking forward to being able to do it a lot more when I get my recreational pilot's license. That's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe, notification bell, give us 100 likes. Catch you later.